shit. Hello, motherfuckers. Alright, today I'm going to do something a little different that I've never done before. I'm going to, if you're here to watch DVD, this is probably not going to be the video for you. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to go through my life and explain to you guys kind of like how I grew up and stuff like that, and so you get a little more understanding on why I'm so fucking the way I am, I guess. But, so yeah, buckle up. And we're going to do this chronologically, so we're going to start at the beginning. I was born on January 14th, 1976, which means, yes, in 7 days I will be 50 years old, and I do expect gifts, okay? Thank you. But, yeah, I was born in Winter Park Memorial Hospital in Winter Park, Florida, which is like just it's kind of like a rich part of Orlando. What's up, Kenny? And I lived here. My parents got divorced when I was like 3. My parents were Jim and Diane, and they got divorced when I was like 3 or something like that. I don't even remember like them ever being together. You know what I mean? So, and I lived with my mom in the beginning. And then I moved with my dad probably when I was like, I think in 2nd grade, yeah. So I was with my mom through kindergarten and 1st grade, and then I moved with my dad in 2nd grade, because that's when I first went to Apopka Elementary, where I still live now. It was in the city of Apopka. I went to Apopka Elementary for 2nd through 4th grade, and at Apopka Elementary they had a program called Math Stars, where you could take these math quiz things and they would rank you, you know, through the rest of the school and stuff like that. What's up, Luminal? What's up, Plasma? And in that program at that school, I was ranked number 1 out of the whole school for that Math Stars program. And that's after that, that's when I moved back with my mom, because my dad got married and he married a bitch. So after that, I moved back with my mom, and my mom lived in Montana at the time. So I went to 5th and 6th grade in Montana. I moved around a lot as a kid, and I like lived in some really weird fucking places that are nowhere near each other. But yeah, I lived in Billings, Montana with my mom, and for 5th and 6th grade. And I went to Orchard Elementary. There I was in a thing called GATE, Gifted and Talented Education. I was the head kid for the program at that school. And then after that is when I went to what they call junior high school. I went to a junior high school. It had 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. But I moved from Billings, Montana to Bismarck, North Dakota to go to school to that junior high. So once again, I moved again to another school. So every time I moved somewhere, I like lost all my friends, everything. I had to restart over and shit like that, which wasn't really hard because I got really used to it after a while. And plus, you have to realize when I lived with my mom, I flew to my dad's twice a year, every Christmas and every summer break. I flew back and forth. And when I would fly from summer break from Montana to Florida, we would get in the car and drive from Florida to Minnesota to visit my grandparents and hang out at like a cabin and stuff we have up there and different things or whatever. And then we would drive back. So I don't know why, like it'd be quicker for us to just fly to Minnesota, but we had to take these road trips every fucking year. But after that, I went to Bismarck, North Dakota. I played soccer finally for a school team there. And that's where I was telling Lumina I hit the Pie de Dios, the foot of God, where I kicked the ball. It was like 65 yards or something like that, or no, it was like 65 meters or like 70 yards, and I put it in the top of the net and scored when we were tied in overtime. Like, that was hands down the best fucking goddamn sports moment of my life. There was no beating that ever any other time in my life. Nobody does that. Like, that was fucking ridiculous. But yeah, and after that, I mean, I wasn't in any weird programs, but then after that, once again, I move again back to Montana, to Billings, Montana, and I go to high school for 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. I went to 7th, 8th, and 9th in that junior high in Bismarck, And then, so I never was in ninth grade out of high school. I was in 10th grade. And that's where I started playing basketball instead of soccer. And I played basketball there. I could dunk at the end of my sophomore year, my 10th grade year. I could dunk a basketball. And by the time I was a senior, I could do like trick dunks and stuff. Like I didn't jump really high, I just had really good timing. And like I would just use that to my advantage. But I could dunk, yeah, in high school and stuff like that. I mean, I could dunk a little bit out of it, but there ain't no fucking way in hell I'm dunking. But yeah, so I went to high school there for 3 years. By the way, in junior high was the first time I ever got laid, if anybody wanted to know. And it was from somebody from